Hi guys, it's Jeremiah with StoneBlueAirlines, and today we're taking a look at a pretty cool looking aircraft from Volantex RC called the Ranger. So I want to do a quick unboxing, and then the cool thing about this aircraft, it's got some neat features which I'll go into, but it apparently can be built in about a half an hour, the actual airframe. So I'm going to go ahead and do a time lapse and show you the speed build on this aircraft, what it takes to put together. So let's go ahead and get inside the box. Okay, so the box was shipped EMS. I had it in about a week from Volantex, and it looks like Postal once again did some work on this. I'm guessing there must have been bad weather because this part is pretty moist still, and we'll see if anything is missing on the inside and if there was any damage. But the box overall was packed well. So let's take a look at what's inside. All right, first off, a slightly moist build manual. That's always nice. Not the moist part. Looks like we've got the landing gear here. Landing gear looks to be well made, one solid piece of aluminum. Tail section, nice hard EPO. Looks to be well made. So, got a carbon rod. Should be for the wing section. Wings are bubble wrapped. This is the build and fly. Pretty much the only thing you're missing on this kit is going to be adding your radio and FPV gear. So other than that, everything is in the box. Again, EPO. Servo is pre-mounted. And there's actually, oh wow, flap servo already installed as well. The flap portion has not been broken free, so it looks like a matter of just doing a little bit of cutting to break the flap section out, which would be great. So you should really be able to slow this aircraft down quite a bit for landing. So nicely well made. I'll do the build up, and then I probably plan to pull these back off and go ahead and laminate these with laminating film just to beef everything up. Same setup. Servos installed, servo leads, everything ready to go. And does look like things are also labeled as well. Nice construction, and plan to do the same thing. Carbon rods also installed on the bottom. And I would recommend, if you're flying anything built with EPO, if you can, go ahead and laminate it first. It literally will start to make it indestructible. The same thing we do on EPP. Our elevator. Elevator is, of course, pre-hinged already, molded. It's got a reinforcement piece here to tie everything in, and looks like all the mounting is already pre-designed in, which is great. So everything should be drop-in, very simple. We've got a bag of goodies, another bag of goodies we'll get into. Let's take a look at the meat of this aircraft here. Dome. Okay, I wasn't expecting a dome. I'm not really sure what that goes with, so we're going to go ahead and find that out. Didn't expect to have a dome on this. So I was worried with the damage to the box if there would actually be some damage to the main frame of the body. But from the looks of things, that doesn't look to be the case. Alright, here's what's really cool about this aircraft, and when I kind of found out about this, even more so wanted to check this one out and do a review. What I really like is that this is a blow molded or injection molded basically fuselage. Motor mount, motor, ESC, everything is mounted inside. You've got the ESC that's Velcroed here. We've got some parts, we'll take a look at that here in a second. We've also got a nice wood mainframe for battery mounting a lot of hardware. You can easily attach and stick stuff to the side if need be. Servos are already mounted in the tail, so this is basically the plug and fly system. Really going to be a quick build up here. You've got mounting for a camera here, as well as when the top plate goes in, and I'm interested to know what that bubble goes to. Alright, so here's our canopy section here, and it looks like you've got a couple different variations. You can take the foam, use this as is, drop it in. Here we go. Let's see here. Drop that down in, mount a GoPro, mount your FPV camera. If you decide you want to fly this line of sight and you're not going to go that route, you could drop the main canopy and make everything a little bit more aerodynamic here on the front. Planned, of course, to FPV this, so we will be setting the aircraft up with full FPV gear. All right, we've got a Velcro bag tie down, and looks like just sections of Velcro for mounting all of our hardware inside. A full accessory bag comes with the prop, ready to go. So again, this is pretty much ready to go out of the box, other than adding your radio and FPV gear. We've got our wheels nicely packaged, all the material inside. Our tail wheel assembly for putting the tail wheel and our rudder on. All our control horns, linkages, some additional servo wires, a little screwdriver, everything is included in the box. And then this is the top mounting plate for adding the wings, the two wing halves. All the hardware is included with it for bolting everything in place. So technically, once everything's on, you can take the top wing off and drop it down, compact the whole aircraft, make it a little bit smaller and ready for transport. It's also got a bubble level, which I'm guessing probably is for use if you're running some kind of a gyro system on there, which it helps so you know where level is when you're setting up the aircraft for that. So guys, that's everything in the box, and let me go ahead and get things set up, and I'm going to go ahead and run through the actual build on this time lapse, and we'll see if we can do it in under 30 minutes. All right guys, I'm ready to start building the Ranger EX from Volantex RC. It's a 78.8-inch wingspan. It's 46.5 inches in length. The motor that's spec'd with it is a 1000 kV outrunner. It's got a 40 amp ESC, switchable BC, 9-gram servos, all metal gear, and then they're recommending a 2200 milliamp battery. Now, of course, we're going to run something bigger in here, probably about a 4000. Probably should be able to go way beyond that. Probably should be able to handle probably about 8000 milliamp in here, maybe even a little bit more. So let's go ahead and let's start the timer. We've got 30 minutes on the clock, and I am burning time, so let's start building. Alright, so let me show you what I've got here. I have teeny little washers that I'm going to go ahead and add on the inside and also the exterior side, which will also give me a little bit more strength. It'll give me a little bit more bite for the Allen bolt that's going through, and then should also increase my spacing. So let's continue the build. Alright, so wheels are finished. I went ahead and modified and added a washer to the inside, actually both sides of the Allen bolt, and then also on the inside of the wheel. So that way I've got good movement out of the wheels, but I don't have any slop anymore, so fix that issue. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and fit the tail wheel in. What's really impressive on this kit here is that everything really generally lines up, and because it's blow molded, precision is actually quite good. So we're going to drop the tail dragger here in for the rudder. That fits in the back. It's also going to strengthen up the tail section. And then it looks like we're going to go ahead and drop our elevator on. Okay, rudder and elevator are both installed. I just need to finish doing a little bit of mounting here, drop stuff in and put some of the hardware in. So let me move on to that step. Alright, so tail is finished, servo is installed. Again, nothing's just trimmed. I've just got it lightly, everything just basically placed in, ready to go. So we're all set. Make sure on the elevator, make sure to put the control horn on the bottom. I wasn't paying attention and I put it on the top because I usually end up doing that on most of my stuff is on the tail draggers. So I just installed it how I was normally used to doing it. So after we've done that, we've got those set up. Looks like we're ready to put some stuff on the motor here. So let's continue this build. Alright, so we're working on the wing sections now. I'm going to go ahead and put our control horns in. Alright, so we're going to jump forward just a little bit here. Went ahead and installed my linkages, control horn, linkages to the servo. I'm going to cut out this second piece here for the flaps. These installed great. All the hardware is there, which is fantastic. These do look to be plastic servos, not full Metal Gear like I said earlier. There is Metal Gear in the tail and rudder, but it doesn't look to be Metal Gear for the ailerons and the flaps. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the flap section out here. But I'm going to go ahead and call it on this. I'm going to play with that just a little bit more and see if I can't get those to bite. If not, I might just pick up a couple longer bolts here and make the change out. Here is the Ranger EX fully built. It took me a little over an hour to complete it and get it to this portion. I did take my time on a few things. Ran out of battery on the camera just from running all this footage. And I did take my time going through the manual to make sure everything was installed correctly. Although I was trying to rush through this build, it still took about an hour because I still wanted to go through everything and check stuff. And things like this, you definitely want to make sure everything's fit properly. I would probably recommend a slightly longer bolt on these just so you don't have to work to get them in. I'm excited to get the rest of my FPV gear in and start dropping some stuff in. So here's what she looks like. Pretty much assembled, ready to go. A nice big airframe, and I think it's going to be a fun little aircraft to get some long-range FPV gear on. Got lots of room for maybe a gimbal, GoPro up top, GoPro Mobius. I mean, really, there's just a lot of room on this aircraft. So it's just a really clean assembly on this. I love that it's a blow molded main frame. It's very strong and stiff. We're going to see how it does when we get it in the air and officially built out with FPV gear, and we'll see how she does. But here's the Ranger EX, guys, until the next video and everything gets assembled with all the FPV stuff. We'll leave you right here, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.